you're not supposed to talk when it's 0, right? Right, Miss Aftal? All right, good afternoon, everybody. And if you're okay, you guys have been working so hard these last 2 days, I feel I need to sit down. So I'm just going to sit down and talk to you today, try to keep this as informal as possible. But welcome to the best year we're ever going to have at St. Croix Central Elementary. So welcome to our first Cares Assembly. And today is going to be a little bit different than other assemblies because we really haven't talked about our character trait we're going to work on this month. So the character trait we're going to work on this month is optimism. And there's 2 quotes that I always have in my drawer that I use to help me stay optimistic every day. Okay? So the first one I'm going to share with you, it's being optimistic doesn't always mean being happy. It's taking what the world throws at you and saying, I'm not going to let this get me down. The second quote I'd like to share is from Helen Keller. And a lot of you know who Helen Keller is. And it reads, optimism is a faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. So I am hoping that no matter what, you always think about our first quote in regards to sometimes we can have some pretty tough days. But that doesn't mean that you should walk around moping and sad. That doesn't mean you have to walk around with a big smile on your face. But what it does mean is that you don't let it get you down and you keep on working hard. Okay? So our focus this month is going to be in optimism. And Monday, I will start sharing quotes and little stories about optimism on their announcements. But my goal is for you that no matter what happens at school, on the bus, at the bus stop, at home, wherever you may be, representing yourself as St. Croix Central students, that you can show ultimate optimism and always look at the bright side of things instead of the dark side of things. So with that in mind, I'm going to turn the program over to Mrs. Clay, because as we all know, she's one that's really in charge anyways. So, Mrs. Clay, here you go.
Hi guys. Welcome to your first week of school, and welcome to the kindergartners for your first day of school. I'm the assistant principal, Mrs. Clay, and so often as the first and the second and the third and the fourth graders know, we come into the gym, this gym with the stage. We call this Gym 1, Mr. Newspaper?
Gym 1.
Gym 1. And we do some programs up on the stage, and you'll see some skits and some songs and maybe some plays, and we'll be playing music. And you guys are doing a great job of showing us what it looks like and sounds like at an assembly. Okay? So today's assembly is going to be kind of quite short, but from here on out we have something called Student of the Month that we'll be doing at our assemblies, where some of you get to come up on stage. Okay, so you can be looking forward to that. But like Mr. Nussbaum said, what we're going to be working on this month of September is trying to practice the character trait optimism. Do you see that word on the screen? That word says optimism, that's a really big word for some of us. And so Mr. Nussbaum shared with us a little bit about what that means. But for some of us, we have a hard time understanding that, and so I kind of put it a little bit simpler. If you think about it, it's when you think things are going to turn out well. You have to always have a positive attitude and think about when things are going to end, you hope that they end well. So something turns out okay. You got to think positive. So Mrs. Fritchie, our school counselor, she had shared a little video clip with me, and it's about never giving up and thinking positive. And after we watched this, we thought that this would be a perfect way for you guys to actually see what optimism looks like when you never give up. Some of you, right, Mrs. Fritz, you may have seen this before. But for those of you who haven't, and for the, oops, I forgot I was going to do this. Okay, so we want you to sit back with a 0 voice level just to watch. Is it Ormy? Okay. Ormy the pig, he was trying to get something, wasn't he? And what was it that he wanted so badly? He wanted cookies, didn't he? And so he was thinking really, really positive and trying to come up with lots of different ways that he could get them. Did he get them? He got them down, but wasn't able to eat them, right? Okay. So, boys and girls, in your year here at St. Croix Central Elementary School, you're going to have times where things seem really hard. And sometimes we think of those things really easy. But for some of us, they're really hard. And all we have to do is think really positive, be optimistic that we can do something. And with the help of all of the wonderful teachers sitting around you, I think we can do that. So Mr. Nussbaum and I and all of the staff here at school, we hope that you have a great year. We've had a great first 2 days. And so we look forward to this month of September working for Optimism. So we will see you next time. And I'm going to turn it over to someone over here at this time. Miss.
Thank you, Shelley. Mrs. Clay. Got the watch. I gotta go quick. I want to talk a little bit about optimism. This year, last year, those that remember me being here, I was Captain Cares, right? This year, I'm going to be Mr. Olympia. See my torch? The Olympic torch? It's not real, is it? Well, optimism means you try real hard and never give up. Any of you remember the story, the little train that could? Yeah. He said, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. And he was able to pull all those heavy cars, no matter how small he was, over the mountain, through the mountain pass. Okay? So that's what you guys got to do. You're small, but you can accomplish anything you set out to accomplish, as long as you have optimism. So in the next month, myself as Mr. Olympia, I'm going to bring the torch around to a different room that shows the best optimism and get a picture with you guys and the torch, which is going to stay in your room for the week. And that'll recognize your class as being optimistic, okay, and having the best optimism for the week, okay? Now, you guys can accomplish anything. You could even win medals like I have around my neck. See those? These are medals from volleyball. Those were donated, and they're real. They're donated by Mrs. Whitaker. I just wanted you guys to see something that you could win if you set your mind to it and train real hard. Okay? So, over the next week, next Thursday, I believe, I'll be coming to someone's room to pass on the torch of optimism. Okay? So let's have a great year. And from now on, I'm Mr. Olympia, not Captain Cares. Thank you. Thank you, and let's have a good year.
Thank you, Mr. Olympia. Mr. Olympia, you might want to get in the weight room, buddy. All right. First of all, I want to thank the PBIS committee again for meeting this summer and starting the year off with this committee work. But one thing that Mr. Brown did not talk about, and it goes along with our character traits, is that throughout the week, as you come in from the bus, walk around the hallways, maybe do the right thing and pick up paper towels in your bathroom area or in your bathroom, or help a teacher, or maybe it's starting to get stuck a little bit and you think about optimism and you work a little bit harder. Teachers and principals and staff members, support staff, will be handing these out to you. And our goal is that there's going to be a container in the office to fill it up. And if we can fill that container up, Miss Clay, can you tell me what happens? If we fill that container, somebody wasn't listening. If we fill that container up in the office, we are going to have an all-school celebration, which might mean all-school recess out in the playground, or even you get the vote. How about that? So let's work hard and show as much optimism as you can to gain gold tickets throughout the week. But I also need to remind you that as you come in the building, even though we are working on optimism, that no matter what, you are always still focusing on being kind, helpful, and respectful, and always, always doing your best. to tell you, I have to thank you, every student sitting on this floor, and the staff at St. Croix Central Elementary. This is the most amazing 2-day start, I think, ever experienced in a school. Your hard work and dedication is already showing our first 2 days, and I can't wait to see what we are going to achieve this year. So let's have a great year. Let's make 2016-17 our best year ever. And 4th grade, we've talked. You be the class and the leaders and the role models we need you to be. Let's have a great day, a great rest of the day, a great night. And because you guys were so awesome these last 2 days, take Monday off. Okay? Take Monday off. Don't come to school on Monday at all. Okay? Okay? So again, staff and students, big heartfelt thank you to a great start. Kindergartners, why don't we go ahead and start our recess and start our, not recess, but leaving the assembly. So let's start with kindergarten, please.